Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By video title, you know what this video is about. AEW Dynamite review, the holiday bash, a 3-hour special. We've seen, of course, a lot of big time things happening in this show. We've seen Cal Fletcher, he lost back-to-back weeks. He lost to Pac, and Pac is still undefeated against Cal Fletcher in his career. We've seen, of course, Orange Cassidy pick up a win in the CS2 as well. We've seen Moxley get a win, of course, as well in the CS2 against Roderick Strong, like that. And we also seen, of course, the main thing, which is MJF returning. But before we get into that, you know, we did see that they have a match scheduled, I think, set for World's End. It's going to be Athena and Mercedes Moné teaming up to go against the tag team champions, the Beta Rap. So that should be a good match as well. We know, of course, as well. It's another match that was set. Oh yeah, Jamie Hayter, of course, going against Chris Statlander, of course, as well. She fought Isla Dunn tonight as well, defeated her. She's going against Chris Statlander. That's gonna be an interesting match. We'll see how things kind of shape out a little bit. Should be a very good match, you know, strong style, hard hitting between the two as well. But the main match we're looking forward to seeing, MJF returns, of course, like that, and put himself in the match to turn it from a 3-way match to a 4-way match like that. And sometimes 4-way matches are not my favorite type of matches like that. For like a lot of stuff be going on. Sometimes at the times it's basically just 1v1, 4 different 1v1s a little bit, because sometimes you see a moment where 2 guys in the ring, and 2 other guys out the ring, and 2 other guys come in the ring, 2 other guys out the ring, and occasionally you might see them all in the ring together. But we'll see how this kind of goes. But it's gonna be interesting. MJF, I thought he was returning, like I mentioned. I think when he was gone for like a few months, like 2-3 months. I think he was gone. I think it was like August, right? No, but yeah, he was there, and he used the Forbidden Door. He used the little thing in August, I think, and then I think he was gone in September. I think after he lost to, of course, Mark Briscoe. And after that, the promo he cut at the end, he was like, well, next time I come back, it'll be different. I thought he gonna come back. I think he'll come back different. He's still having the same, basically, a little bit. He got his hair fixed finally, too. He went to Turkey or something to get the hairline a little better and dyed his hair a different color, a little darker, I guess, to cover up a little bit, because I still don't know what happened. He had his hair normal, but and all of a sudden his hair started going back. Some people say he might have used some injections or something like that to make it, you know, to make himself a little bigger, and his hair started receding or something. I don't know what happened like that, but it happened kind of like recently. But now his stuff is back. He look kind of like an Italian mobster out there a little bit. But I think he'll come back a little different. I think it'll be more like no BS, no playing around, no saying jokes to get the crowd going, like any type of roast or anything. You know, I think he'll come back like almost like a dominant, like just dangerous MJF, a vicious MJF. I don't know if he's going to turn to that, maybe like that, or it's going to kind of stay where he is, like kind of the same person. But either way, it's just good to have him back, of course. Have him back, of course, in the match, you know, versus Swerve, versus Joe, versus Hangman Page as well. Because, you know, last time we seen him, he lost against Hangman Page, of course. He lost against Mystico, lost against Hangman Page. He lost against Mark Briscoe as well. He lost a lot of matches, a lot of big time matches on some big shows and stuff as well like that. And he's on a losing streak like that. So last time we seen him, and you know, he finally used his contract, of course, in this match. He said he wanted to be labeled a coward, because Heyman kept calling him a coward. He said, you're a coward. You don't want to put the contract on the line like that. You want to just sneak your way to the top and stuff as well. You know, MJF thing is always saying, you know, don't matter how you win it. And the history books is going to say you won the match or won this championship title. So it'll come down to that. MJF and Swerve and Joe has the most history. With Swerve, I mean, MJF, Joe, and Heyman have the most history. With Swerve, he really don't have a lot of history. They came across paths one time before, but they never really had like a full like bout between each other like that. So it is like a little stuff that's kind of building up right now. But we know there's gonna be a lot of different things going in this match, and I think MJF should be the one walking out with the title, maybe, because I think he come back to do this, come back to put his contract in there just to lose. But I don't know, because some old Joe Reigns just be fast, kind of like a transitional champion, which I guess it'll work in a sense, but it depends on how things go, because it could go with MJF, you know, retain the championship unless something happens or something occurs. Samoa Joe got a trick up his sleeve. He found a way to retain the title, and then it might lead to, you know, those 3 guys still going forward, and then eventually leads to a one-on-one match like that. But I think MJF should win it. MJF should win it. It's gonna probably be MJF versus Ospreay in the main event of All In this year, if Ospreay's able to go. The main event All In this year, like that, for the World Championship, and Ospreay defeat MJF at All In again. That'd be cool in the main event, depending on how things go. Swerve, I think Swerve got an opportunity again as well, but I think like I mentioned last time, I think he's gonna go from. I did say MJF. I said I think it'd be MJF. I think it'd be Ospreay, and I think it'll be like Bobby Lashley or somebody. It'd be somebody like, you know, right around that range. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, one of them, and then I think Swerve takes it from them. And then you have, of course, Kyle Fletcher, I think, come into place to be world champion eventually as well, which should happen. And then maybe Kevin Knight down the line as well. I think that might be the next lineage. That's my prediction for the next lineage of champions at the AEW world title like that. And then Darby Allin will come eventually too as well to get it like that. So I think it'd be around that range to start doing that. But I think the next few is going to be MJF, Ospreay. I'm going to say Bobby Lashley, and then Swerve, and then Kyle Fletcher, and then Darby Allin or Kevin Knight. Darby Allin, Kevin Knight, I don't know who it would be, but I think one of them take out what's the name. Darby Allin been long overdue to win the world championship. Of course, he had opportunities, but different injuries and different things that happen. But we'll see what happens. But it's gonna be interesting to see how things kind of go. Of course. Also, we're looking at some of the stuff. Of course, something doesn't missing from the match. Oh yeah, the battle royal. The battle royal that happened for the casino, not casino gauntlet. The battle royal for the dynamite diamond ring. We know it's gonna be Bandito versus Ricochet. They're both the finalists, so they're gonna fight for the number one contender spot for opportunity to fight for the world championship at Maximum Carnage. So that should be a good one like that. So we'll see who wins that one. I think it might be Bandito, because I feel like Bandito will give whoever the champion is. Bandito versus Swerve, that'd be great. Bandito versus Hangman would be great. Bandito versus MJF would be great. Versus Small Joe would be great. All of it would be great, of course, as well. So it can go either way like that. So we'll see who is champion. I still wonder who FTR is going to face. Of course, they defended their tag team titles in a good match against the Guns, which is a nice match, a nice showdown between those two as well. But I don't know. And Jay White is still not here yet. What if Jay White appears? I don't know if it'd be in a tag team action or not. I know, of course, Cope and Christian probably will be eventually coming back to get some revenge on FTR. Like that, we can see that happen, of course. And also, Jay White, I don't know if he'll come back for that against FTR type stuff, or will he come back for the world title opportunity? Because he could be the secret ace up the sleeve like that maybe go out there and interfere in the world championship match or something like that, or be something else. I don't know. I thought he was gonna be in the little battle royal, but I guess he's not healthy yet. Not fully 100%. So we'll see. There's a lot of different things that's happening. But I like one thing about AEW, they do find a way to implement a lot of different people, a lot of different parties and stuff as well. A lot of different storylines going on, of course, as well. Mercedes Moné will not be defending her TBS title at World's End, but she will defend it next. She said next, I think this Saturday, she's gonna do it against a local opponent like that. So we'll see who it is. Don't know. I know Dakota Kai, who's now going by what's her old name she used to have? What was it? She ain't not using the Evie name. I don't think it's something else she's using now like that. But I know she competed. I think she competed at the little Eve wrestling event, the Wrestle Queendom. They had, of course, as well like that. So maybe she might be somebody that pops up. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna be for the TBS championship, but we'll see how things kind of keep going and going and going like that. But they have a lot of different storylines going on like that. But like I mentioned before, I think the Young Stars are gonna take over. Well, they are taking over right now, but I think they're gonna take over as things go on. It's gonna be Kevin Knight and Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher about to take over eventually. Like that. I think the Continental, he's gonna win the Continental thing. I think the whole thing, and then I think it's gonna eventually lead to him becoming a world champion like that. Maybe next year, in the next year, or in early 2027 like that. We'll see him become a world champion, of course, eventually. And Kevin Knight, I think as well. I think him and Mike Bailey win the tag team titles eventually. Whether they defeat FTR or they defeat, it might be Cope and Christian defeating FTR, and you might get them maybe defeating them. You never know like that. So we'll see what happens. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel, which probably be on. Actually, not Saturday. Actually, it might be. I don't know. We got another video coming out. We already pre-taped and pre-recorded, so you probably see that eventually next week or something. But be on the lookout for that. Peace out.